Hi guys, welcome back to Aussie Pinay Life, and we're back again in Tom's Cuisina. Today it's back to Greek desserts, and when you talk about Greek desserts, there is nothing better than a baklava. I'm not going to get into the argument about whether a baklava is originally from Turkey or the Lebanese make one, or the Greeks. All I know is it tastes great, and what I'm going to show you today is the one that I've been cooking for the last 15 years, which is a simple walnut almond filo pastry Greek-style baklava. And tomorrow being Easter, we will be serving it to our guests. So stay tuned. Honey and I are about to get started and make you a beautiful, beautiful baklava. Okay, well, the basic ingredient of any good baklava is walnuts. Walnuts is the mainstay of the filling. I also add some blanched almonds, which are great to give it a little bit of crunch. We've got some caster sugar, which is part of the ingredients. So these three things here, and of course the filo pastry, forms the basic baklava. Everything else around here is the syrup. I've got some lemon zest, I've got some lemon juice, I've got some honey, I've got some caster sugar, and I've got some cinnamon. So the object now will be to grind the almonds and the almonds and the walnuts, and it's very, very important. I use an old-fashioned, hand grinder. I prefer that to the mechanical one. The thing with the walnuts, you have to be a little bit careful of is if you don't want to grind them too much, because if you do, it becomes very, very oily, and we don't want that. So it's a fine line between getting a good size walnut pieces and mashing it up too much. Okay, well, we'll start off with the grinding of our walnuts. Just put a few in the little handheld unit. Put the lid on. Twist it on, nice and tight. Now I know there are food processors and stuff, but you guys know me. I always like the old-fashioned way. So it's a matter of just la 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 la. Yeah, beautiful. And that's about the consistency of what we want our walnuts to be. We don't want them to be too fine, otherwise they'll get too oily. Terrific. Okay, the next part of it is we're going to prepare the pan. What I've done is I've cut my filo pastry, which is being kept moist under the tea towel so it doesn't dry out, and I've cut it to size to match this pan. So what we'll do is we'll start off by greasing the pan so that it doesn't stick. So I've melted about 150 grams of unsalted butter, and you just apply it liberally to the baking tray to start off with, and then place your filo sheets in that as well. So that's a good start. Okay, so the hard part of this is to make sure you don't damage each sheet, because it's very, very fine. How the heck they make this stuff is beyond me. But anyway, here's our first sheet. So we gently lay that into the tray. Position it about right. Doesn't matter if you've got a little bit left over on the sides. Like that. And then butter in between. So we usually put about 6 or 7 layers on the bottom before we put in our first layer of the almonds and the walnuts. That's the first one. So now we get another one. Again, being very careful not to damage it. Slide it in, put it in. Be very careful and gentle. And again, a bit of butter. So that's 2, you keep count so you don't forget where you're up to. That's 2. This is the 8th sheet, the final sheet which forms the base, and we need to tamp that down nicely. I don't put any butter on the mix. And so now we start with the mix. And so we just gently spoon the mix in to all of the You want to put about half of it now, because what we're going to do, we're going to put it in 2 layers. We're going to put 1 layer now, a few more sheets, and then we'll put another layer after it. Just judge yourself approximately half. I reckon that's pretty close to half. 1 more, okay. So I want to make this now as smooth as we possibly can, so that our phyllo goes on nice and tight. So we just adjust it, tamp it down where we need to, make it nice and even, like a concreter plastering his concrete. Sorry, it's my building influence. And we're ready to go. I always like to just drizzle a little bit of butter on top, just to give our first sheet a little bit of, and then we put our first, this is our first sheet now on top of the mix. Again, same routine, pop it down nice and firm. Okay, we're ready to apply now our second layer of nuts. Again, same routine, we spread them out as evenly as we possibly can. Hopefully we've saved enough for a reasonable layer. Looks like we're going to be a little bit thin, doesn't matter. Okay, again we need to spread that out. I like to drizzle a little bit of butter to get the thing started so our phyllo sticks. Okay, and usually you want to put about whatever you've got, 7 or 8 layers of phyllo on top to give it a nice top. Now the first one won't stick very well, so got to push him down. And that's it, and we just continue layering all this on until we're all done. Okay guys, well look, the baklava is all ready. I've trimmed it all up, so it's all ready to go. What I normally do, and what some of the recipes call for, and I reckon it's a great idea, is I put this in the freezer for 10 minutes so it can just cool right down, and then I can score it and make scoring and cutting the pieces a lot easier. Try and do that now, it'll just go all over the place. So I'll pop this in the freezer, and I'll preset the oven. We preset the oven to about 160 degrees fan forced, and then whilst that's baking in the oven, we'll make up our syrup. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to score this, because we can, like normally you do it at 45 degrees, so we just cut it like that. And then we go the other way. We go this way. And that way we're going to get some beautiful diamond-shaped pieces of baklava. And while this goes into the oven, we'll start making our syrup. Okay, well, it's done. It's been in the oven for 35 minutes. It's got a beautiful glow, and it's just, look, it's just ready to go. What I'll do now is I'll let this cool for about 2 hours, and in the meantime, I'll show you now how we make our syrup, which we'll add to it in about 2 hours' time. But it's just absolutely perfect. Look at that. Okay, just a nice little finishing touch is just to add some cloves to every sort of alternate top, just to hold it in. Colour. Okay, guys, well, this is the final stage now of the baklava process. What we do is we pour over a beautiful syrup, which is cooled a little bit, and let it absorb it into the baklava. Yum. Smells divine. Just try and get it around evenly everywhere. Most of that will get soaked up. And there we have it. The baklava is ready. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Give us a big thumbs up. We live for the thumbs up. And ring the notification bell so you'll always know every time we post a new video. Thanks for watching today, and I hope you can also make a nice baklava one day. This is for Easter for tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Catch you next time, guys. Bye.